YouTube. Welcome to a very special Bat Rep. To start the new year, we're going to try some new different things, and I have no idea whether this will work, everybody, but bear with us. I am Lucky Sixes. This is Hyper G.
It is. Yes, I am still that person in 2026.
Yes.
Nothing has changed on that front. No.
Only our risky format has changed. But yeah. So
You're intriguing me.
Yes. So this is a very special Bat Rep. It's a 3-in-1 Bat Rep to cover the whole tournament that we want to try and do within 40 minutes. Bear with us, but it's one just before Christmas, and it was one from run by one of our very special friends in Tony. Special, yeah.
Tony,
and over at Daventry at Ranks and Flanks, Tony put on a thing with some battles and some gladiator duels as well, which we'll get onto later.
Yeah.
So as a tournament, it was really fun. Because of all our Bat Reps, we didn't quite get around to doing it singular, but we thought we'd do a special event to sort of summarise it as much as possible. So we'll get cracking straight away.
I think we better if you're going to squeeze all that in.
Who knows? Who knows how this will go? But this was my list for it. Getting straight into business. It was a bit of a hobby project that I've got sort of going on. And and I was really helped out with some other models from David and a few other things as well. So I wanted to put it on the table, and I thought it was pretty good. You know, it wasn't something at the time I was quite excited to play. So I've got a Soothsayer Adept on Shamanism with Talisman of Void. This is the old rules, we should say as well, but we won't get.
November. The tournament was November, wasn't it? So it's prior to all that lot. But we didn't want November, the tournament that Tony put on, to go by without being properly covered, because it was an awesome tournament. Yeah. I couldn't personally play in it, unfortunately, but you did, and it was well worth registering our interest and our praise for Tony to putting it on.
It's not too much on the intricacies of the battles, to be fair, on this one. So we have Krugar, my Centaur Chieftain with Shield and Hawthorn Crest, who's actually got cheaper, so that'll be good. That'll be interesting to see. And then a BSB Greater Totem Chieftain with Talisman and Shield just in with the Soothsayer in the big Wild Horde and Herd unit. I got two big unit, medium Mino units. And two Gore-Tax, as well as some other fluff you can see just there. And this was the hobby project that I sort of suggested. I'm going to take us off as well for this.
That's cool. I didn't actually see how he started, actually.
Yeah.
I only saw the end product.
Yeah, 3D printed. Thank you, David. He'd come over a little while ago, actually, before the tournament, and we had a bit of a gaming day. And he was like, "Oh, by the way, I got you something cool." And I was like, "What?" And he got me this. And he said, "You have to paint it. You can have it, but you have to paint it up and do a good job." And I was like, "Oh god."
I would have left him green.
Oh god.
That green's awesome. I love that green.
It is good. I sort of made a bit of a play on it and tried my best. And actually, in terms of the army, I'll see if I got it here. This is the first ever army I've put up for a best painting. Thing. No, I didn't win. So there is there is that as well. But I felt it was one of those where there's a few little tiny customizations, I've really taken my time on a lot of the painting, and some of this is based on something that Ryan sort of gave me as well. So it's like that was a base layer, and I've just developed over a few years. So I was really pleased with how it sort of all come out. And you
should be. It's awesome. It looks really good.
So I've got unit fillers galore, by the way, in this as well. Really pleased, and sort of Daventry marked at the end of the year my sort of like hobby project end for Beast Herds so far. Anyway,
yeah. Where's the Wild Horns?
Here.
Well, there they are now.
The Wild Horns are here.
They weren't on the other picture, were they?
They still need a little bit of work.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
But this is the classic of how we transport. I know some people are interested. Most of it is magnetized, to be fair, so it doesn't move too much.
Mine wouldn't be.
I've started. And I said this to someone. I've started magnetizing as a absolute minimum when I go to tournaments, just so that travel really sort of helps out a little bit. But yeah, that's what it is. I've got the classic cheat sheets as well, which help me and my opponents remember rules, because that's what I just hate afterwards. Someone saying, "Oh, you did this wrong," or me going, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I did this wrong," or something like that. So I try my best to just have it there. So,
Very
game
good.
one. It was a attempt on the 100 club. So it was a grudge to get Matt Clues in the bank. And indeed, he was. Assault, First Light, and Breakthrough on Interferer 1 for anybody interested in going a bit more into detail than we will. But yeah, he took a Saurian list which had double Carnosaur and Taurosaur. All the monsters. Thyrosuit's scared. Some big Caimans, and then a few blocks as well. Anorak Archmage as well for all the magic stuff. This was him contemplating life as we were starting.
Just come back to the 9th age scene, actually, hasn't he? So
yes, been a while, and it was really nice to chat to. We
back.
had a lovely game and stuff, and he's sort of just come back and trying out a few things, and hopefully for this year we can see him again at some tournaments. Yeah, but Daventry's a fairly local one for him and us, so that was quite a nice one. Yeah, this is sort of how we started. This is well into game turn 1, I think, maybe possibly even 2.
Yeah, because these reports are not going to be like they usually are with every single movement and everything. This is going to be a big summary of what happened and everything. Yeah. So and there's also a reason why there's only 3 battle reports, right? And it's not just because of the Gladiator report, but we'll get there.
Yeah, man. So essentially what happened is he sort of like, I think I got the first turn, I pushed up. As you can see, I managed to get my Gortak into some skinks as well quite early on his flank. And yeah, really put some pressure on. And my thought process here was just to buff up the closest unit and just try and get into combat as much as possible.
Yeah, where's your general, by the way, in this situation? Is he in the Wildhorn?
Yeah, so my Soothsayer General and BSB are both in the Wildhorns. And that's
I mean, the first thing that picks out to me is you're chaffing a Carnosaur with gargoyles and hoping to pass a terror test, I assume.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he tries to make a charge. I think I try to make a charge here actually as well. But as you can see, that Krugar and the giant have managed to actually get in his flank here.
That's really good.
Which is really good, and like threaten these skinks who do have poison, so it's not the best for the giant. But in with Krugar, I think can probably do some damage, as well as having a Gortak for later. He's always good. But yeah, he sort of chaffs my centre, and I sort of carry on going forwards. And as you can see on that left side, I've polished off the slit skinks and managed to, after his Carnosaur, who has Frenzy.
Yep, has to overrun.
So I was thinking why he gets there. I get in with the Minotaurs. Thankfully I passed my terror.
Well, you must have done, and then well done.
There you go.
Yeah, although actually thinking about it, I think he might have been better. No, I was trying to work out if you'd have fled that, then you would have been rear charged by the Carnosaur and your Gortak. Yeah, that wouldn't have been great. No. But yeah, I'm thinking too much about a very summarised battle report already. Yeah. I just can't help it.
But yeah, so as you can see, my flanks are looking pretty good, and I've not taken too much in the middle. It sort of ends up in this sort of front. I do get Krugar and the giant into the skinks. His Carnosaur has moved out. It's not dead or anything, so it's behind us. You can just see it there. But yeah, and things are not looking good. This is after one of the combats in these Caimans, and I've managed to get a flank and some extra ranks in there as well. I've got into the rear of his Taurosaur after a terrible dice roll from his point of view, trying to charge in with the Caimans into the Minotaurs, which obviously would have helped him and kind of changed. It gave him no chance in that middle, really.
So this is actually your counter charge as opposed to,
this
your
is just
counter charge on his Caimans.
My combat goes, and I do end up killing that middle unit, and
I'd expect you to,
have flanks and all sorts of charges on this other Saurian unit. I just kind of hold out on that right, but it's enough for him not to come into the centre, which means I can then just push with everything, and sort of means that I get a big 20-0 in game 1. Which is always nice, and it was a lovely, and it was actually pretty quick as well. This was only like turn 4 at this point, and we sort of talked the rest out. We were like, "It's going to go this way," and but it was.
But there was a reason why you kind of like rushed to the ending, because we were shooting off, weren't we? Because I had to collect you.
Hold on. So this is how it ended up after round 1.
Snapshot that.
Yeah, well, I certainly will is the thing. But I wanted to stop everyone playing any more battles at that point, because that would have been nice. But yeah, as you said, then we had a gladiator round, and it turned out, and I'll take us off so people can read the whole rules. But it was essentially a gladiator rule. You got some extra cards that Tony made as well, which it gave you like divine attacks or things like that sort of thing. Like really, really powerful things, but they were randomly chosen, and depending on your height, you got different amounts of things, etc., etc. So it was a really interesting take on the gladiator thing that we did actually at the start of the year. In
we did
Masters.
at the
Open, yeah. And it was really cool. You got extra TPs up to a maximum of 10 if you won the whole thing.
Nice.
And there were different ways of getting out for different rules. There's a nice example there. Of like where you would.
I like that Tom brings the filth.
Tom brings the
filth.
Yeah,
he knows. Tony knows. Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. My first one, as he said it at the time as well, he was like, "Well, you're going to go against your opponent for the first round," and no one sort of knew that. And we got there, and Matt Clues realised he didn't actually have a character for the gladiator round, so it was between his.
Well, it was a skink veteran or an anorak.
Anorak or skink veteran, and the anorak had an Aegis save, so that's what we sort of.
That's about it. Yeah.
Krugar was very good here and managed to polish him off, giving me an extra 2 points, I believe. But awesome. As you say, then we did that very quickly. We had to run off because it was one of our best friends' weddings.
It was indeed.
So a little quick shot. I'm definitely going to tag him in this one.
He won't watch it. He's never done anything night age in his life. Yeah.
But yeah, one of our good friends we played D&D with, and they got married, and we went to Wales after game 1.
Which is a long way from Daventry, in case anyone wants to know.
It's a fair whack, and we spent the day, which did mean I'd missed round 2, essentially.
Which was kind of round 3, actually, wasn't it?
Which is
kind
of
Gladiator
round 3,
was kind of round 2.
Yeah. But meant that I was on. Tony gave me 10. I think I ended up being the spare player because there was odd numbers, so I got 10 for that. And I was, still after round 2, I was second place.
With the half a Gladiator round still to go, and you won your first round of Gladiator.
Yeah.
So it's all looking good, and you're not even there.
Yeah, I know. Very good. So what it did mean though, is that day 2, round 3, was against Tanker.
There is that.
So hey, I'm at the big leagues now. I've really got to. If you're gonna win an event, you gotta beat the best ones. I was against Tanker and his warriors forsworn before they were beaten up.
No, of course. Before they were damned. Yes,
all they were damned. And 2 chosen knights, 2 warriors, and a wasteland dragon, the classic wasteland dragon at the minute on the warriors, which actually hasn't been affected too much recently. So
yeah, that's true.
In the thing, we had frontline clash and hold the center, which I thought that would be a bit tough with this Forsworn and all his warriors bricks, basically. I'd really have to work at that, but I was excited to give it a go. This was how we started, and I'll again take us off for a little bit of it so you can see it. I was very widely deployed for this one, and he sort of just put it as a thing. He got the first turn as well, so he was able to sort of move up and put some pressure on. But you can see sort of the matchups. I've got a heavy flank, and this one with on the right side, looking like Krugar and the Vanguard, the light troops almost on that side.
Yeah.
With my centre being the Minotaurs and the guys. He's got his chosen knights on the flanks. He's got his warriors mixed in with his Forsworn and his dragon eyeing up this space over here, being a lust man. I think it was over on this side. One picture I did want to get in is that Krugar died before I could move him on turn 1 to alchemy. Got absolutely spanked. Yeah.
Because he hasn't got a special save, has he? He's only got armor.
Yeah, he just had a set. But he was clearly tired from beating up some frogs.
Anoraks, yeah.
And over to... I keep putting us back and then it being on the thing. I'm just going to take us off. You're not going to look at our lovely faces.
We're gone.
But yeah, this is kind of, as the game went, very tentative. I was surprised how tentative it was, apart from his dragon. He was holding his line until apart from the dragon who was getting around my flank. And
it's like playing with the queen when you play chess.
Yeah,
only you're moving your queen. There's nothing else.
But I did manage to get my this is what's left of the raiding chariots and the giant into the warriors. It was back, one of his units, and they managed to kill it, which was great. Which meant I had sort of 2 units around his back. His sorcerer is just out on his own, knows I don't have any range damage, so I'm like, maybe I can sort of force that. So at this point, I'm not thinking I'm doing too bad. I've got a good flank, which is actually in his deployment zone now, pretty much. I've just got to work out how I'm going to deal with this dragon. The Minotaurs obviously come in to where they are just to try and force something as well.
Yeah.
After a few things, the Minotaurs that sort of pushed up get beaten by the Forsworn, but my other Minotaurs come in as a countercharge and actually go to town on them, which is fantastic. So his Forsworn up there, down here, are gone. My 3 units all go into his Forsworn and polish them off. And I do so much damage that they don't come back with wretched ones; they just die.
Oh, nice! That's exactly how you're supposed to deal with them.
We sort of had a big chat actually, Tanker, and Minotaurs seemed the way of killing the Forsworn at the time. They were like actually they're pretty good, pretty lethal as well. So my warriors stop any. My gargoyles stop any counter charges, and at this point I'm feeling pretty good as well. I'm like, what, I'm doing.
Giant's doing a good job.
The game's going on. This is like turn 4, turn 5 as well. So I'm like, okay, hold the center. I'm just about 1 for 1 in with him as well. And I'm like, there might be something here. It must be a list. And this is towards the end of the battle. You can see the Forsworn are gone. My Minotaurs, obviously, Frenzy, have to go overrun, but I'm pretty happy with them killing a Forsworn unit in order to do it. And this isn't a given, They might be able to do some damage there and be able to come back. The dragon.
Are you charging the dragon with raiders?
This is after he's charged me, and then I, as a counter, just for charge and a flank. Because combat res is going to be the only way I kill this guy. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to kill him. No. So I've got to combat res him out and hope he fluffs. So I get them in, and actually, when they go in, he tests, but he holds.
Okay. Yeah.
And then,
that is no
it's not
good.
Great.
No.
and after all said and done, he manages to kill everything.
Oh my lord! Wow! Right.
The warriors clean up my gargoyles, turn around, clean up my giant. The chosen knights obviously kill the Minotaurs and roll pretty well as well. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And the dragon just tanks and tanks
Swats
and tanks
everything.
and tanks, and I just die.
Okay.
I do keep these 3 at the top, but. It ends up in the end quite a big loss. And I was like, I before the game, I was like, you know what, losing to Sanka isn't that sort of bad thing.
Never is. Mm-hmm.
But I did feel like 18-2 was a bit much in this. I was like, I nearly
that's
had
ninth
it.
age for you. That's ninth age for you
Had
these
it,
days.
I think. But,
1 or 2 things go wrong and you lose big. That is ninth age all over at the moment.
Yeah, but I had a really fun battle, and there was a big crowd as well, so that it was a good fun thing to have. In tactical sense, I think I was a bit tentative with these Gortaks. I should have just absolutely pushed him up and caused him something, because it meant he could sort of focus on other things, whereas I need to just push them up. But hindsight's 20/20.
I suppose apart from his dragon, he only has strength 5, right?
Yeah.
At most. So that's going to struggle to kill the Gortak.
Yeah.
Especially alchemy. But yeah, still.
But yeah. So we go on to after this another gladiator round, and I end up against the other Clues brother, Tom Clues, and his thing. And I will say this now. Thank you, Tony, for the cards. They meant a massive deal. He had Destiny's Call on his elf, and I had divine attacks because of the cards, as well as some other things. And the cards just stacked against Cluesy, and Krugar killed him. I did lose to David. This technically when I was away, so this was like a buy round. But
the plate competition as opposed to the cup.
This ended my dual gladiator gauntlet, whatever. But it meant I got 2 wins and 4 points. So happy enough, considering I didn't have like a choppy character. But it was really cool. There was a final, so people got to the final, and it was Hugh versus.
It was Tanker, wasn't it?
No, not in the gauntlet. I mean, in the
gauntlet. Oh, in the gauntlet. Okay, right. Yeah.
So Hugh was who had the one punch Oman, by the way.
Yeah.
Against someone, again, we all crowd around to watch, and it was good atmosphere as well.
I do like all the gladiator rounds that I've seen and been a part of. It's good different kind of format.
So after round 3, I'm trying to keep up with rounds. I only had the extra 2 points. The gauntlet, the gladiator rounds haven't been added yet. So I was stuck in 8th place. But
there's only one round to go, right?
Only one round to go, one game to go. And I was against Rory for that.
Okay.
With all the things happening. It was ironically, we played in a practice battle, and he is borrowing my army. So all this is my stuff against me, and I always thought High Elves were a tough one just because of the amount. I mean, Queen's Guard. He's got some Reapers as well. This also always looked a tough one to weather the storm of the shooting. And after a few turns, it kind of turns into this. As you can see, I've kind of got a big flank and a unit flank, if you will. From my point of view, my Gortak's got aggressive very early and gone in, but he's managed to get his Lion Chariot, and the one in the middle is his Lion Chariot character. Otherwise, we're sort of pushing up on the left and sort of being tentative. Knights of Rhymo got a huge range, so I'm just trying to get away from them, really.
You see, you know what? Just go back to your previous picture, right? In our last battle report, I'm sure I said to you something about like you always manage to spread your units out and how I really admire how you do that.
Yeah.
And we concluded that it was mainly because you weren't too worried about your discipline buffs.
Yeah.
But these turns do not fall into the undead, high discipline, warriors don't care about discipline bracket. Yeah. So how on earth do you make this work?
Well, we haven't seen whether it works.
Because your general on BSB has a 12-inch circle in the middle, and everything apart from 2 units are out of your bubble.
Yes.
How on earth are you making this work?
Well, because they're the important units.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That's just how they end up happening for me. I don't know. Maybe I just don't think about it enough. Maybe it's a massive error on my part.
Or maybe I think about it too much.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Gortak gets gone pretty easily. He sort of wipes me in one, which I was very surprised at. But I sort of pressure over here. He also gets my giant going into his spears, and I was surprised at just how much those spears and the Lion Chariot could tank. This one in the middle is his Lion Chariot character, so I'm a little bit scared of him, but I do have options. And this is where I sort of pulled the trigger. At my point, my gargoyles go into his Reaper over here. Krugar goes into the Sea Guard. These Minotaurs go into the Knights of Rhymer. everything
Razor
apart from
core.
this Minotaur unit go into the Sea Guard as well. And I'm just trying to push and get some points and put some pressure on, really, the Queen's Guard.
Yeah.
After all said and done, in the sort of mid-game, I do get the Sea Guard, I get the Reapers, I clean up this flank with lots of wounds on lots of units, but not many units taken out, sort of thing.
Okay.
I have to charge the character just to keep him there and to hopefully give myself some wounds and make him sort of honest. But I'm just spreading out with all my units, and you can see that big unit in the middle, the devastation of the Queen's Guard once they actually put up on them. But I do have a Gortak in their rear, which is no one wants that.
No, definitely not. No.
But yeah, so this is kind of towards the end game. We're sort of looking, and this is how it's looking. In the actual end game, I get pretty lucky with the amount of wounds I don't take. It's all like single models here, there, and everywhere, really. But it's like they're all the units, so he's only getting half points for lots of the stuff.
That's
My
incredible.
2 characters are still there. Yeah, Crew
Yeah, is that two separate Minotaurs you've got alive?
Yeah. So
wow.
one from each of them. So that's what I mean about how lucky I end up being about. I sort of get whittled down all game, but he can't quite finish me off with all the other distractions. So I get really lucky in that front really. Krugar ends up charging and killing the Sea Guard Reaper at the end as well, just as a final foray. And yeah, I think this is just making sure that the Queen's Guard can't sort of get my chap over here. And this is how it ends. I think my Minotaur's actually... I didn't die, and then I killed his Lion Chariot as well with the impact hits and all the attacks and stuff. They killed him, and then the rest of the shooting got him down to 1 wound. So again, it was all last ditch stuff, which actually meant I got a pretty big win, a 16-4 to finish as well, which was I was chuffed with, really, in terms of the matchup, because I don't like that matchup, really. But it worked out with things. And Rory, as always, is one of the biggest gents of Ninth Age, so it was a lovely game, and I had some great games throughout the weekend.
He did tell me before the battle that he didn't want to beat you with your own models, so that's probably why you ended up getting a win here, let's be honest.
Exactly, so, gave him a lift in from the station as well, so he owed me big, and he delivered. But yeah, this is how the tournament ended up. I ended up in 7th place, which I thought was very respectable. I wasn't expecting any sort of podium, or anything like that, or any position. I think it was 20 odd players as well. So
I think so.
Top 3rd, I was very happy, and in with some good crowd as well. Up there, Hugh ended up winning, beating Tanker with his demons. So Hugh had a very good weekend, and with the +10 from the One Punch Omen.
Gladiator round,
managed to do it as well. So yeah, overall a fantastic weekend, jam packed with everything. I got we had so much meeting up with people there, meeting up with Wales. It was just all going on, and it
really was.
And like we said, we wanted to give a bit of a tribute to Tony, who put it on, and I really like the Gauntlet round. I want to see more of them in the future, and elaborating on what Tony had.
It was really nice to have a local tournament as well. I mean, I was gutted I couldn't attend the one that's been closest to my house in the whole time I've been playing Ninth Age. But fair play to Tony, because it's not easy organising a tournament, and fair play to all the other tournament organisers out there. We definitely appreciate that as Ninth Age players. It's not an easy task, so thank you. And we didn't want to let Daventry ranks and flanks go by without mentioning, even if it was last year's rules. But now we go into 2026 proper, don't we, really?
We do,
Few things to sum up before we really get cracking. A few things to finish off, but we're going to keep the ball rolling in January. And continue with a few more videos, and then we'll see where we go. as the tournaments begin all over again.
Yeah, much more content, much more, and we're going to try a few different things like this. So let us know if you like this format. I've already incorporated one of the comments from the previous about the tournament table.
Podium, the table. Yeah, that was cool.
So hope you like that. Let us know any other thoughts and things like that. And yeah, we'll probably go back to the standard one battle per battle.
Well, to be fair, you've nailed this in like 30 minutes already. You got time to spare, mate.
I know. So absolutely, yeah. So well, this is the next 10-minute ramble. So strap in,
right,
folks.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Loads, like you said, loads of stuff to get excited about in January. We've got the Masters coming up. We've got some other videos we're doing, some recap videos to finish off last year, as you say, and some new stuff coming as well. We've of course got February as well. Art of War.
March. Yeah, Art of War. Not far away. Best tournament in England, no doubt.
So we're looking forward to that and many, many more throughout the year. So
actually, mentioning Art of War, if you are not from England and you still are interested, because we went to Sweden, didn't we? So I'm sure Dan would welcome overseas players to join Art of War as well, if you feel like.
Yeah, and we've had it in the past. We've had it was in Spanish a lot last year, and then Danish the year before that as well. So definitely get in touch if you want to get in touch with us via the Discord, because we sort of support it as well. Then you can. Yeah. Or just go straight to the tournaments tabs on the forums, and it'll be there as well.
That's it. Yeah, get involved. Awesome. Thank you very much for that summary. Lucky sixes, and well done.
Yes. No, it was a really fun time. Loved the gauntlet as a bit of something different, and well done. Congratulations, Craig.
That's what our mate who got married, you mean, as opposed to the Craig who has still retired and we want back, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Congratulations to him. But
he won't watch this either.
Anyway, to those that did watch it, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, check us out, all the things. Thank you to our sponsors, etc., etc. Have a good 9th Age. There's much more coming. See you later.